Board of Overseers of the Grant Center for Public Service. The center is based at the University of Florida and the University of Miami and has commenced its programs in the fall of 2007. Would you join me in welcoming Senator?
Well, every time he gives one, I actually give him two. But he's, gets special favor for that. New Jersey. Okay. After a 3-2 vote to reappoint the planning board member, the court determined in casting the deciding vote for her husband's reappointment, the council member violated the state ethics law, as this created at least a perception of a conflict of interest. Noting that a familial relationship does not always create a per se conflict, the court said that when a family member's vote results in another family member obtaining a position in a government agency, as in this situation before us, a conflict of interest is usually present. Although the council member asserted that her spouse was well qualified on the merits, the court said although he may well be an ideal candidate in the eyes of the public, the personal involvement might reasonably be expected to impair her objectivity or independence of judgment. Julie, where do we go?
Let's go to miscellaneous for 300.
Miscellaneous for 300. Good. There's a technique. Oh, wow, David Goods here. How about we use these together? Okay, miscellaneous. Is it Mayor, get ready. Is it appropriate for mayors and other appointing authorities to officially appear before the boards they appoint to voice an opinion on pending applications? Yes.
Yes.
Did I give the answer? Yes, it is. I thought I was going to confuse us there. Again, we are in the great state of Michigan, where the township supervisor appeared on 2 occasions before the Board of Zoning Appeals to express his opposition as supervisor to the granting of a requested variance. Such conduct did not constitute an imposition of duress as a matter of law. In reversing the trial court, the Michigan Court of Appeals noted that he was not acting in self-interest, but rather maintained his fidelity to the township citizens by commenting on the interests of the township, and he did not encourage the board members to serve an interest other than that in which they were bound to serve. Mayor.
Dual office for 5 years.
Dual office for 5 years. Julie? Oh, the pressure is on. This is the last 500? Oh, you don't get these. You got to nail them all or you're out of it. Can a city council member also serve as the city's building inspector?
She got it first.
She got it first.
Any chance? No. The answer is no. He cannot serve both.
Not in Florida. Okay, let me tell you why. Because a city building official is in office under Florida law, and the Attorney General has opined that positions of city council members and city building officials for the city are incompatible and in violation of state constitution, which provides that, quote, no person shall hold at the same time more than one office under the government of the state and the counties and municipalities therein. Okay, Julie. Now let me tell you 2 things.
What?
There's 3 items left,
Yes, there are.
and we are running out of time.
Yes, we are.
So go to it.
We're going to go for dual office holding for 400.
2 office holders before that. Well, this one was pretty good. Not even a wrinkle. Thank you. Thank you. You almost got my gift. 2 more, right? Okay. May a person simultaneously serve as a member of the town council and the town's historic preservation committee?
Yes.
Let me read you the answer. The Attorney General for the state of Louisiana opined that while state statutes bars a full-time employment for a subdivision in which the council member holds an office, the statute does not bar a council person from holding a part-time appointed office? 400. We have a tie at the moment. And I think, is Julie in that tie?
No. I am singular in this.
Okay, Julie, I think your two other competitors are going to let you pick the
Well, I'm going to go for the next highest one, a dual office holding for 300.
dual office holding for 300. Okay. Oh. Thank you. Look at this. Perfect. Not a wrinkle, nothing. Pape's fine. Okay. May a county planning commissioner serve as a city council member in that county?
No.
The Attorney General of South Carolina opined that the state's constitutional bar against dual office holding forbids a county planning commission member from serving as a city council member in that county.
Yay!
Okay.
So,
What now?
gee, I don't know. Let's go for miscellaneous for 100.
You sure?
I'll let them help. I tried.
Oh, boy. Is it a prohibited conflict of interest where the planning board chairperson has hired the applicant to excavate real property at his home 4 months prior to his application before the board, and the applicant had hired another board member's son 8 months earlier to work with him during the preceding summer? Yes, Mr. Manager.
No.
No? Yes. Let me give you the answer. The answer is, this is in New York. In hiatus versus the town of Ticonderoga, New York appellate court said that these relationships do not automatically require disqualification under state law and rather called for a specific inquiry. The specific inquiry was also warranted where a third-party member worked for a family-owned construction company that routinely rented trucking equipment to the applicant and also purchases gravel from the applicant. Specifically, the court said that a determination must be made regarding the corporate and/or financial relationship between the board member's construction company and whether or not the company would financially benefit from an approval of the applicant's request. The general municipal law provides in part that an officer or employee shall be deemed to have an interest in the applicant when he, his spouse, or his brothers, sisters, parents, children, grandchildren, or spouse, or any of them is a party to the agreement and gets a benefit therefrom. We have come to the deciding moment. There is nothing else to pick. Mr. O'Brien.
Bob has 1,800, Michael has 1,700, and Julie 1,200.
There is a lot more that I would like to say. They have been fantastic, and I think they deserve an even greater hand. Kate has been magnificent in her role. And Frank Malin has been very accommodating in allowing me to do this because what he originally, he and Jaap Voss wanted, was a panel of presenters. And not to disparage the previous speakers and not to say anything negative about my guys, but it wouldn't have been as interesting. It truly wouldn't have been as interesting. And I know that we're a little bit early because these people are really quick with the bells. So this will give us a lot more time for the question and answer session that we're going to have this roundtable discussion. But I don't see the roundtable, but that's for Frank to figure out. But I do want to say, in closing, congratulations to all three of you. These are very difficult questions, and I made sure that every single one of them was backed up by a court decision. That you've done well. Not as well as lawyers who have done this before, but, you know, they were from Florida. But I do want to say, in closing, that as a reward for your participation, you may take your bell with you. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that you got to. What is the value of this. You're getting it from the planning council.
We'll have to get